in these halls right now, crawling downwards towards the hold of only one directly up and towards the bomb site, but deep in the back, find another two and a bit of a read as Freshie is called it clear.
Oh,
Clean as
wow.
Talon gets absolutely terminated. That is a beautiful amount of information as well as a man advantage.
That's the whole fake on. He has the entire utility set. Not necessarily the fake, but was going to set them through. I think Flo continues and tries to find the smoke that was on the body, but a double flash out. That's already set up on the course. Now popping out of Pop Dog. It's going to be Snap that pops heads. That's two from the back of the bomb train. There it is. It's last at E-Box, and it's Flo last alive.
Down.
Hunting him down.
Adios. See you later, sayonara. The pistol round pretty much dead in the water in the opening stages. Yeah, that's crazy. What is it plugged? Is it plugged into his computer?
It's somebody's computer.
Pretty far.
It's got like a nice artwork behind them too.
Yeah. Sub's a darkroom gamer. Player to fight out through Decon, an unsuccessful flash, barely catching Fruit Cup in that one with a PB at that point forward, but a made to blow the smoke and a late peek from behind it. It's still very much so open for full vision, and Flo has been absolutely decimated once more.
I kind of love it, Tony. I don't know. This feels good. This feels natural. It just because it's new, I think it puts a smile on my face. But this peek from Clipsera, man, I mean, it's that leg through that corner. Gonna be frustrating. Ooh, blessed to be still far away enough from the nade to dodge the inevitable fate. It's Wolfie that tries to get down like a rat into the site, and the second SMG will go ahead and join him. But Alter Iron Club, they do hold strong, and look at where Fruit Cup has got back stoppers. He's in these back lines, and he'll just try and hold the flashback into lower. And the Iron Club is being suffocated.
Bounces on him. That's so funny.
Look at Snap. He's all the way through as well, but I mean, is a little bit too far for the exchange, but it's a 2v4 who's really fretting on him, and they go back up, or it's going to be Snap, the first man knocking, and I think he clears out T-Con first.
But right now, you got Snav holding control of this long area, no longer ladder to worry about. It's full vision downrange, and speaking of ranges, it's the scout in which can take a deep one, but bottom back sight is still Wolfie looking to play spoiler, and no one here. They've all wrapped the left. It's Arias who isn't going to be able to plant the C4, and all hell breaks loose as Flo still fires off some shots, and the scout has ripped it right from out of the hands, and Wolfie was already made known, and Talon and Flo look to pincer at the right moment at the right time. They've struck down what should very well, by all metrics, have been a round for Boss.
And Tony, something about this guy, I mean, he may be a rookie within the Counter-Strike space, but during the time where before he may have been on this chart, right, we just got done casting Vanity, a guy that has made his way back from the other FPS.
Fruit Cup just awaiting them to waltz through with a minute left onto the clock. Their committal needs to be made known soon enough. Just over top, spotted and seen. Fruit Cup to tap. And Clipsera, although it might have been a good idea, it's read perfectly.
Oh, and just burned out of the corner. I mean, Freshie working on that one. Now time to strike. After that minute mark, Snap, he may just get ahead of the Molotov right now, but Flo finds a great shot out of the AK right now, but still a man advantage over for this Boss side. And with the time on their side as well, it's going to be hard to dictate. Clipsera now in the 1v3, takes care of business up top, but the back of this bomb train, it can just be such a death trap, but Slight is just ready for it. Boss gets that round, and their CT side is yet to be stopped. No, I think I represent Midwest Counter-Strike on an international level, as do many of us. Maybe not you. Maybe not you. Maybe one day.
Crap.
That's so mean.
One day I would like you to bang.
Oh, gosh.
Flo, the scout, a little bit of a precursor to what was to come.
For real.
Looks really nice in that moment. Good flick, micro adjustment onto the head, barely even seen, and Snav the same as he just fades through the smoke. Misha will pin him. As they look to react, they look to respond. Boss who fall flat in each of those.
Yeah, they decide to kind of acknowledge the slower default of, starting through upper. Now they speed it up. Slight has a tenured spray, does end up landing the frag onto Misha. Talon still looking here at the heel. Arias has killed not only Wolfie, but Clipsera in that exchange. That is definitely a hard margin. You remember that Vagrant team kill all the way back on Anubis that cost them on that series. It's just leaking through into our second one tonight, but I still think they're in great position to end up taking this round.
Definitely in good shape. No doubt about it.
Oh.
Freshie gets one in the backlogs. I think other than that, it's going to really be Slight who's got to get a little bit hot to the step. Some pep in it. They want to actually go full into this one, as Freshie looks like he wants to commit to some extent. Eventually, Slight will get to that camera as he rounds the bend. He's not going to be spotting much of anything. It's Talon playing off of Arias' contact as they look to play together in unison. It's Arias to take first contact to both. This should be easy and free. Talon just has to duck his head down, and beyond that, the bomb certainly on the opposite end of the train cannot be defused, as he will find the first. It's a little bit over 10 seconds left onto this clock, but by the time Freshie gets to it, Talon would have had to hit the Deeg, and it should have been fine from that point forward regardless. As they get their second Alter Iron Club, they get away with a pretty decent little away, following, honestly, a really nice round from Flo before. This is more to be done down the line. Just get a little bit more aggressive in stance on the extremity of it. Let Alter Iron Club walk into them. Separated by angle. One holding up high, the other down low. Cup and Snab have been a bit of a duo in this space for the game, as it were. But the Moss versus the AK, we'll have to see how efficient it can be as Arias looks to be snapping towards the fights. Quickly, you'll find that first. The adjustment towards Freshie, not so much. But the rest on the other end, not ready for a refight from the backside of Red. Slate will get out of dodge. He gets them the even keel, but for not much longer than that as Clipzera clips him.
And walking up the back of Red, Wolfie snaps onto Talon. Keeps this ship afloat. Freshie in the back lines is trying to relieve this. What a little divot. He tries to pivot right back into the site. Executes Misha. And now it's going to have to be Clipzera. He tries to move along. Now on the clock. Now has to find this frag. And it is Freshie back into the corner. Holds down Mouse 1. And Boss down. Or holding down this CT side with the sweat off their brow. Boss is complaining if he just continued with this team-centric approach of really working well within their rotations, keeping it close to the hip, and right now, slinking out on this B side, long range onto Slight. He's out of this one, right to Equip, and such a long-range fight that is won by Flo, and it's going to be dropping them. Body stacked at the back of this B side, and the Alternate Iron Club win a great one. They bolster out of this B side, Flo with precision, and now they have made an incision back into this game.
Distance game won out by the lesser in a moment where they kind of needed to say something about what was going down. They do, and it looks really nice. But Flo being body blocked slightly there, and even still being able to find a even footing with peek towards the deep side of camera and exposed as a shoulder of Snav. Very, very clean. The utility now trying to just these rifles in better spots to make their entry points known, and they have to take closer duels from that point forward. It's the SMG that's better forward, jumping around and about and getting information on numbers and calling on Slight to slip through. It is going to be a man advantage. It is going to be an AK, and it is going to be Wolfie to get every single one of 4K in the round overall. What a menace. A couple of moments where maybe it gets a little dicey, but honestly, not really the biggest of fears coming through for me personally in those instances. Always felt like Boss in the next round were going to be heavy hitters regardless. Overturned those, the kill in towards ladder. Dude! Pop.
Did you miss the double drop?
Frustrated with myself. No.
Bro,
I like this.
Bro, get on my head.
I like this. I like this.
Let's be freaky.
I missed the boost inside of Pop that they got rid of in the last update.
Yeah.
I can't see. I'm so mad.
It's a little bit tragic on it. Reaggression out through Ivy, and Talon up top will spot it. Slight every single one of these positions held down. That's Wolfie with a kill through upper, and it is Freshie to just lay this one in a way.
Boss in order to step over the line of what is now a required 4 rounds to go.
And up Ivy for it. Molotovs right out of hell, smoked out of Icon. Here goes Aries just right around this and can just put 2 out of it with the USP. Flow as precise as he was in the first half. Just flexed that kill. Fruit Cup on that pivot. Can't get that second frag. And it's Snav, the man that was at the utility front of this round, is going to be the last body in the casket. Misha comes all the way up from B to put it down. And Ultra Iron Club, they start out with hope. Obviously, the turnover of this thing in North America. Wolfie, right here, out of Pop, is just going to get that opening frag. And Boss, is it going to be as easy as that every time? We'll find out. It certainly looks to be, as Slight just decks Flow.
Camera. Talon a little bit caught off guard there by the swing as the molly in front denies vision. Pretty solid amount of it as well, but Misha has control of the bomb. I don't really think that's going to matter all that much. He might get this one, but that's just going to be everybody now called back to try and go get it, and he's only one man, but that smoke going to leave off some time, shave off a little bit for it to work with. Sarah's still yet to be known. He's previously well known as the A bomb site player, but losing his only one to hold on.
It was just going to be that much more difficult up the stretch. Little bit of surfing action happened here for Slight. I mean, who could resist? But going to be the hunt down of Wolfie. Rather clip Sarah up top in showers. You know he is going to be down for the business.
No.
Into the welcoming arms
I
of
think
Freshie.
He just said, come on. I think he just said, come on, as he got shot. That's what I would have said. It's not a rage. It's just like, come on.
Gets his hands on it early. This is Flo not getting a very nice deal here off the stretch. And they take the rifle out of Slight's hands, but they eventually get this look at least once offensively on this T side. It's Aries that is going to be getting that frag out of Olaf, and Flo finds a very nice kill onto Slight. So honestly, Ultra Iron Club looked a little bit out of position there, and they come out a little bit better for it. Seems like Aries wanted to continue on with that threat. He got into T-Con, but got naded out.
Deeper angle towards IV now, Flo, but with not really a whole hell of a lot going on elsewhere. It's Sound on the outer extremities of Pop, to which he now needs to turn, play support in pillar in line with vision for his teammate to just sit and chill. Beyond that, it's just going to be them flooding into the B-bomb site in the last-ditch attempt to get something through. A plant would have been cool, but they couldn't quite get there in time. And being a good Samaritan is Misha and tossing over an AK.
Anything too quickly, but I mean, I'll go ahead and maybe draw a little bit of attention to it. It's been Talon really struggling in a game like this, and players may be making up for it. It's not going to be able to be continued for too long. He's going to be a cog in the machine, but you need to see him start really working that out.
This main is Raya's going to deal with Slight even through the clip of the wall. Well done. Needing now to do a little bit more than that. Numbers over towards this opposite end of the bomb site. She's actually played really, really well in order to evade the flashbang positionally. Crouches beneath it as it pops above him. They try to flood through. He doesn't even really need vision upon them to find it. And Talon with a tap to find not only Fruit Cup, but I believe damage down onto Snab, who's already been flanked. Bomb let loose to the ground, and there's still more to be said about this one. They've not yet hit map point. And Marky, it looks like Ultra Iron Club are going to hit 7. Unless Wolfie does something absolutely miraculous, as there's already been 3. There can't be any more. There surely can't, as one's in the red, and the off is deep, and it can't be Flo, but it'll have to be. And holy moly, if Wolfie didn't feel it then I don't know.
Dipping his feet into T-Con when able to push it over that well. Full rifles, a little util. Boss got to min-max this round up the stretch in order to come out on top. It's right here, Arias, to get this opening frag. And Zera, back red, is going to find that spam onto Slight, and the hammer comes down onto Boss. And right now, Wolfie finds out a lurk, but only one.
They have no bomb control either, which is a pain. But oh no, Misha might give it up. He may give them way back into the round. You don't want to fight Wolfie like that. It's damage, sure, but a 2v2. It's AK-47s to the pair of them, so headshots could get them their frags and a way back in, and a miss from Flo could ruin it all. Still, it should be easy cleanup. Marias has been pretty consistent, I will say, finding the ones they need to.
Snav is going to go out looking towards upper B.
What? Oh,
going to go poking
serious?
around. Yeah, that is quite crazy. Rotates in all the way back red. Another rotation. Suspect about where this Opper is going to be popping out next. Keep in mind, there has been one rifler that has been hungry at this.
Lord.
Wolfie, a menace on this B side late in the round, has made this thing a 1v1. Misha with victim to it before. 3 frags here in the potential 4K for Wolfie. 16 health, Tony. And Flo rotates in, but this time toting the rifle.
All it takes is one tap. That's a lot to ask.
Has an HE in the pocket, too.
It should just be the dunk, honestly. Molly even, center sight. It could be it all, but nade out in hand. Maybe not for too long, as Wolfie can play cat and mouse now. He can play all around this one. He's not going to get ticked out. Not enough to kill. A smoke to the bomb, sure, but Wolfie might have just given an avenue in. 1 bullet of Phoenix. Oh, the flick. Time enough, I believe. Wolfie is probably feeling like he could have played that one just a couple of seconds longer before going for the full committal, not even having heard the tap.
See if he's about to. I wonder if I speak this up. He may get active here at the beginning of this round. They Molotov clip Sarah. You know the pressure comes here now. And Misha with the fight early, down to 19 health. Freshie wants to finish the job, and just is gonna Rambo his way into the B bomb site. That's step 1 done, and Wolfie's gonna get the bomb down right now. Boss, they're satisfied with this take. Look at how far Snap and Fruit Cup are. This could actually help them, though. Catch these rotations. This is insane, Tony. It's one more that they would have to catch, but it's the flank behind the flank. It's Aries gonna be able to get them right behind.
No, I really don't. Snap needs this one. He very much so needs this one, because Wolfie traps center sight, fights his back off of the wall, and when Snap finds his, it's basically the final pecking into this one as Flo is forced to fall away, and Opper can only do so much in these moments without the room to work, without the vision given. It's a smoke to escape. As beautiful, honestly, as that decision, seeing as Fruit Cup was holding for them, and the off is a very high priority target. They are going to hunt him down. No much farther than this, as he'll be able to sit and look pretty with this. It's something to carry over, and if there were anything at all for Alter Iron Club in this game that they needed in this final round, potentially fight for overtime, it would be Flo's op.
But here it is. It's Boss that concocted one in a series of unfortunate events amongst this stretch. They split the hairs and just right on the top of the anchor of B, get that bomb down in less than 30 seconds. Slight posted up top, and he should have this fight, but it is Slight that does win. Clip Sarah gets active into his own hands as a rifler, flexes through Pop Dog and comes out on top, but Slight still up here trying to conduct business, but does he go all the way through? Is he that bold? Doesn't seem to be right off that start. Clip Sarah with heroic plays.
That's absolutely sublime. So very fast. Getting out of dodge and regrouping with a re-clear to honest. Fruit Cup has the bomb. That's the biggest thing. That's going to be an issue. And that's going to be a minute where they now have to start working towards that direction. A world apart, Mark. One, wrapping in through B. And I think Misha's actually read it a little bit now. He's going to wrap the back lines of his own to flank the flanker. And if he does it on the right timing, it should be an easy peasy round to close. It's actually snapped. But they are fully aware that it's possible, and now he's done for.
Yeah, a really good, nice push by Misha there to just let it go. This op right here where it needs to be, and it's gone. We are going to go all 24 here on Train. The Alter Iron Club's map pick is going to have to require overtime for them to just steal this lead away from Boss. I mean, a crucial part of this, known to be the beating heart of the team. I would say, where's that captain patch without actually being the IGL? Obviously, those responsibilities lie to Flo, as many have in this game. Flo is going to get clipped here early. Slight, he sees Arias up top there through red. Here in 24, you have not seen this opening kill come through. Arias dons this position and has a whole lot of pressure upon himself. They're looking for that easy entry to begin. And Freshie, look at all of this positioning that he has, Tony. He knows that Incendiary came up close. Talon with the instant trade, and Talon with the double. Right now, keeping this site afloat. This man had 2 kills in a round right before this, and he just doubled his play. Has a triple for it on this bomb train, and Talon trying to reach in for this 4th. Clip Zara has got it. Alter Iron Club, they are just reaching back on their map pick, forcing OT. They're not done with this thing yet. In the studio, we can usually just like edit that, you know, as I am there quite frequently.
Studio, Mark Studios, Mark Production. This is gonna have to be Mark Production in a why not production, but
Oh!
producing 2 kills in Pop is Clipzera again. Deja vu.
No way.
The first round of overtime provides, but Slight so too does as well, although he was tagged. He wants to get into that site, and he opens up an actually pretty strong avenue to do so if they can figure out flow.
There's a nice headshot ringing in. Flo has to switch to the sidearm. They're going to be able to stand on this advantage and potentially capture this lead the first round in overtime. Fruit Cup, about time he finds that scope of Slight. In this scope is going to try its hand at this round out towards E-Box. Maybe back into the crosshair eventually, a matter of time before Flo clips down. 29th frag for the ECL rookie. Was an advanced rookie last season. The 22-year-old just keeps pushing his limits.
That's kind of cooking right now, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I really wasn't sure that Ultra Iron Club were going to be able to one-up that. 2 different styles, sure, but being damn good while doing it. Now this one is a little bit more faltered. Slow off this cusp. You now on this 1 minute marker, flashing back into E-Box, getting this little bit of a sense back here towards Ivy. This is a huge kill that is found here by Fruit Cup X, all the way where he needs to be at Ivy. Is going to be ripping out the MVP of Train so far. Flo's body is going to be lying dead.
Yeah, it's going to be a great scalp to claim this early on. That much is for sure, as it's been a nightmare dealing with in the mid to late round. They've got space, and he has a line to play with, but no longer as Talon takes up new position, needs to do something, demand respect from these guys, because in overtime, 1 round up, this 1 kill could give them the way back in towards the site. With Talon having been fallen, and Slight posted up on Clipzera's position, there was no way out, as every way back in for Iron Club as they wish to falters, and nobody gets a frag whatsoever, and Misha's left wondering, what am I supposed to do about this? Going to be Fruit Cup working up Ivy once again, so they're going to pressure this B site early. I think they're going to go for a primary pronged assault in through Pop, though, later into the A site, as nothing in contact has been made in this direction. Should be something in the way of calling to your teammates what needs to be done next, because Alter Iron are running low on utility. A retake is going to be nigh impossible unless they can A, bolster their bomb sites with early frags, and B, get themselves into positions where rotations are not far off and away, and Fruit Cup is dealt with, so B it is.
A crucial part of the map that is just suffocated out, and you have got to get onto the cusp. There's 30 seconds here, and now it's time for Misha. He's going to be just eliminating Snav out of this, who was just trying to duck down with the AWP. Now just right behind him is Slight, and you've got enough bullets in the mag. Sidearm pulled, and it is Misha that is told finally, but the damage done. 14 rounds for the Iron Club right now, as they are looking that solid, tracking back that last player.
One tap.
They are going to need that 14th round, Tony. You know that.
Dude, he did it like every round on their first CT go around in regulation. It's not even funny. So like that means just everything. I mean, they pumped up their chests like, all right, we're gonna throw a little bit of utility, pop some flashes out. Nobody gets into T-Con from Ultra Iron Club. Nobody gets into Pop Dog from Ultra Iron Club. Nobody pressures Ivy from Ultra Iron Club. So it's a little bit choreographed and a little bit coordinated.
Oh,
okay.
what an entry!
Yeah, all right, run and gun. We'll do that. Not spotting the player to the right. It's Slight who's able to turn and able to give Snab the room to work, as both of the ops will come in huge at the end of the round and tagged and bagged and sometime soon fragged, and it'll be Snav really by the end of it to have the impact required in overtime. Snav on a little bit of a speedy rotation in and out, back and forth between the lanes. It's the back lanes in which he takes up residency now and might just have picked the right spot. A wonderful winter season, I hear here. Snav's not really been pressured a whole lot by Flo just yet, as the Molotovs will keep him at bay. Eventually he'll go in for the deeper swing and actually comes out on top despite minimal vision.
What?
And what an explosive beginnings to this B site take that absolutely creams all 3.
Dominoes fall. And right here, you can Molotov out this back lane. What a find by Misha. And it's Fruit Cup that is just going to be seeing Alter Iron Club take map point first. This is 15. Where was this bolstering hit in regulation? Well, it's not going to matter right now. Misha looking in the back lines. It is just going to get taxed there, brass, by Fruit Cup. Oh, surely have enough sauce to head this into another overtime. Surely.
Maybe. I don't know.
But if
They've
I'm
been
Alter
double upping
Iron,
this whole CT half, so they're kind of broke.
efficient at managing the personalities on this team, and not to say that Timmerman didn't have some personalities, right? I mean, that Snav had to gel together, right? But he just hasn't been with the team for that long. You can tell that there may be stress headed in their direction, and it may be just too quick to try and get that back. Misha with another huge entry. Speak of the devil, that's right on his snap. He's gonna have to call from the grave now, but he's just gonna have to let his team go to work. Wolfie, Freshie, right in pursuit, and that kill does come back from Flo. That's a scope on the other side that is pretty damn important, with now this fight just inevitable from Fruit Cup, and now it's gonna have to be Flo setting up a 1 versus 3 to just swallow up this first map, going mobile, but just getting taxed for it in the back. It is that Deagle that is just going to tail off on him. But I think this thing is over. Into a second overtime. You are ordered for a court appearance.
Dude, that is absolutely wild. It's wicked to see how far they've come, but at the final hurdle, once more, it seems that they just aren't able to do it as... Well, not once more, actually. It was Boss who were at the map point, wasn't it? It was 12 to, I believe, 9 or 10. So yeah, this is their shot now to really push forwards. Eagle to finish it off goes hard.
So shake that thing down out through E-Box. Alter Iron, do they have the depth simply on their offense?
Good lord.
In order to reach into the bag. I mean, that B hit just seemed like a knockout punch. At the posture of it, that we know for sure.
What was the plan? Just felt a little bit askewed. Were they only just now come up with the reasoning to go for it with all this time that's been gone? Snap has rotated, knowing they had that man advantage. There are two on the way back. Well, so it's just really a matter of keeping Wolfie alive for a little while longer, but doesn't get to stand like. And from then onwards, they come flooding. So it's good from Misha, needing to find the player atop the ladder and not finding their way in through T-Con just yet. Or rather, Z, excuse me, has Slight, but given room to work by the captain, a 2v2.
Slight. Oh, what a shot! And that is what makes the difference. It is Snav that is now going to be executed, and now Talon has to step up. Leader of this squad, 13 seconds, and a decision to make. Has to just try and get this bomb down with Slight. He is pinned in it on his head. Right here, spinning through it into the fire. How does Talon be free out of these flames with this bomb down? It would take one crisp approach, one crisp headshot, and it's all gonna go down on this timing.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Talon is cooking. He has stirred the sauce, not letting Slight anywhere near it, and he may just thread this needle. How could you expect him here? And this is Talon with the 1v2 right where he needs it.
Yeah, get a little bit in their head at this point. You can see that they're frustrated just a little bit there, taking off the headset, rubbing the eyes. That was Slight doing it there. Prior to that, it was Fruit Cup.
Goodness gracious. Insanity. I mean, this is what it requires. But it requires a B hit, I think. That is the recipe to success.
It worked.
It's been fairly obvious that that's the case. And after their last bolstering B hit, they went puggy. Out A, and it's been Misha that has been cooking up some
he's burning.
entry frags all afternoon.
What?
Burning.
What?
Firing in the flames.
What?
Cup X that belongs in the Hall of Fame. Look at that triple, and he may just get the ace. This is Fruit Cup X that meets Alter Iron Club at their pace, just slays them out on A. You shall not pass.
I have no words. I don't even know what to say about that. That just can't happen. Oh my god, I can't believe this. It's just one after another, the heartbreak. Just, you can feel it amongst these players as they're taken out man by man. It's right now, wide awake is Fruit Cup. Enabled, typically in T-Con or just on the outer ends of it, taking up space closer to E-Box though this time around. Backing up little by little, knowing that he doesn't really have all that much forward support in numbers. Got Slight to play around Red Train though, and hopefully he doesn't get caught off guard from the swing, or perhaps he can catch them off guard with a swing of his own as he posts up ready and waiting, seeing the utility in the shoulder and the full body spotted as Sarah is down. Now it's towards T-Con, in which he can just pop off shot after shot. Read on reswing from Flo, but more than that needed, well and truly.
Look at the hole, look at Freshie, look at the snap right here in the tap pack by Fruit Cup. Sees his way down into a second kill and sees his way down into his 17th round. Boss, they are just churning here on the end. Fight fire with fire. That is what they have always said, Tony.
They're fighting. Fighting hard. Potential mental boom that was crouching upon them few rounds ago has surely subsided by now, seeing that they've got this lead back. Now it's just locked in. Which version are we going to see of both of these two teams, having seen the best and worst of both their offenses and defenses now exposed?
Early. That's how it will look. And early, Flow will continue to cook on this CT side. Right? Symptoms of a meta that's developing. The newest map into the pool. Alter Iron Club. They ought to be expected to line a little bit back to their playbook. So, able to make this one of their best trained performances up this stretch. But look at this. 3 players right around this corner. They're not going to be ready. Oh, and even this comes from the triple. It is Arias that arrives with the A4 to just mow them down in the brown halls, though they're painted with red. Now that's for sure.
That is very nice, but Snav, say die, still to pick them apart little by little. Elevation, he actually gets away with skill losing less health than I thought he would. Yeah, time's really of the essence now, Snav. Gotta get cooking. Gotta get looking down at that lower end. Flow's got the op. Seen him do some work before. It should be at least the plan. The RN in regulation has said it doesn't matter if they get some money. What they need is some rounds. This is 10 seconds now to get it through. Goes too deep, but called over to his teammate that it's going to be. Now it's time enough to where he's got to go for the full stick. Luckily for him, no one's running in.
Set this up. Just has to teeter from either side, but Talon with a pretty good lock on this thing, and he does end up getting that ring. It's 17 all, and we just continue on. I mean, Talon had this one very much well within coordination, and he's going to continue to just bolter and banter right up the cusp. Gotta play the mental game alongside. Alter Iron Club, they survive.
I'm going to go back and deathmatch on the CSGO Legacy version after this, I think. Our 10-minute break. Get a feeling just to feel something. Oh, Shadow advantage! There goes Clipzera. The smallest of notes that Slight does not miss. The details and finer make all the more of a difference to him. For a freebie, for Flow to go down here would just be everything. And that's just two heaviest hitters some of these rounds dealt with. Arias and Misha, though. Misha, they have arrived.
This is the only way back. The only way back. He's got to get these frags, and it's only one for it. Snav, he's going to be waiting for Freshie to catch up for him, but it was Fruit Cup that really put in a ton of work here. So last ditch attempt is going to be Misha here to hold this B site down, and actually within supreme positioning here on this backside up towards Cloud. He's going to try and just bring the rain down upon Boss as they are going to be saucing out here through lower. Can't quite land that first frag. Gets that second in. Wolfie right below, but it is Slight that does get that trade, and Boss safely gets to the bomb site.
Cal just far gone out of this one. He couldn't rotate. He had no information until just now that they were going B and couldn't gamble leaving the A site, or I could, I guess. It's not going to be anything beyond that.
We're going to get the spam back.
Hall's take. They're ready with the op. Not typical user, but even still, we've seen him find multiple multi-frags in CT sides prior, so I'll put some belief and faith into them, and that opening pick continues to instill me with some.
Misha does find those keys out towards B. It's Talon that joins him. Neither of those scopes are going to be over in this direction, but I bet they are going to be wishing that they had one. Finding anything out. Oh, Misha is just going to be exposed here. Back of the sidewalk is now just going to be set on fire. How does he just step away from the flame? Does find a way. Meanwhile, there are other terrors happening through Ivy, just tearing down the A site. He even gets a spot there onto Clipzera. Wolfie is just going to lie in this and just try and scramble the minds of the Iron Club. This is the hammer coming down right on their heads. This is Boss that are going to be putting the finishing details on Train 19, that magic number, and they call it. Beautiful, beautiful efforts out there by Iron Club. It took us into double overtime, Tony, but this is how they look to put it on the chart. Boss muscle out that first map. Now we're headed on to Ancient. Start all on that defense. This is where they, now apples to oranges, found a lot on that train maneuver, but Does actually finish the job on that first, but definitely has to work for it. It's Wolfie that delivers that. You're already in with this bomb down. He's staring here onto Brokey, where Flo and his entourage and just it's an awesome headshot. These are coming out of this Glock 18. And look at this. Lasers Talon. He is continuing his terror, but now it's just going to be decked. It's Snab that is going to go fly all the way back. And Flo survives. He even has that kit to go. It's Alter Iron to go and take another pistol at the beginning of this series.
One Tappington.
Tappington.
Not bad. It's a little bit dicey there, but they figure it out by the end stages and get off to a smooth enough start back into this one where Wolfie could have made it all the more dangerous for them. I felt like there was a world where he could have found the both of these players realistically, but Flo with good maneuvers and good reads with utility pieces and finding both kills just as well.
Kind of have to. Up this stretch, you know, it's Snab that is getting in aggressively with this. I mean, you know Wolfie to be just absolutely a predator on those rifles tonight. Now looking for another bit of prey and just takes a big bite out of Misha. These MAC-10s are going to be chased down and Snab just fades away off that three-point line, gets Clipsera. This is 2 through the smoke out of the buffed FAMAS. This is ridiculous, Tony. This has brought it all back to the Iron Club within reachable distance, within feasible attitude now, but you're pretty far away, Talon.
Rise had done so much to give him the opportunity to try and fight back for a round like this, but amidst the swing, although it's a little bit of an off angle, it still is no easier than that as Snab has got his covered of cave. Ooh, I
the
always
flow cam. See his bed. Is it made? I don't think he's
that.
that.
IGL? I thought Talon was the IGL.
No, yeah, flow op IGL.
Oh.
X2 comes down quickly over on the day side. Boss gonna get quickly comfortable. Putting down all the stops behind this. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, okay. All right.
Mark, you good?
Look, man. He has the stress of calling on his shoulders, right? Has to give him a threat of some kind. There's Talon just going to be coming off onto Fruit Cup there. And look at this. They bolstered this thing right down. So quick with those MP9s. And right here it's Snab, 8-1. He has to just come up top, right behind the smoke. He's going to get on the spam, but Talon is going to get that spam back. And I know what's coming. Oh, no, he's not going to go spam his body. Come on, Talon. Come on, man.
He's got a higher priority right now. He's going for something. He's a man on a mission, you can tell. God forbid I read the thing I meant.
God does forbid that.
Need for boss on the T side.
Oh, and
boss.
Slight is so far down. Right up on the spray. Onto that next floor. It's Talon that meets.
Dude.
Snab right at it. Fruit Cup just with him. He has to try and make up for that little bit of lost territory. He's just a lost body. After all, he boxes out Clipsera and now is going to try and just sauce himself up to peek into game ender right here. He does have this fight engaged and he can just try and do-si-do between these two players. You engage Fruit Cup X in a 1v1 good fight? Yeah, best of luck.
Fruit Cup had 2 kills before that last one. Okay, we'll pause. He had 2 kills before these last 2, and it was him just owning Arias at the top side of the ramp, and he wants to heat up a little further beyond that, and you can tell as a triple kill is put into this round alone. Back onto the board, back to even keel, and back into winning ways once more as an individual to find 4. It's only Misha and Talon, and one of them stuck in it. He might look for a ninja. He does have a kit, and if they run away, he might have a world where he can get it. With Fruit Cup being the only one directly amidst the sight, the swing out is good, the timing is there, the timing is ticking, and Fruit Cup's a little too far. I don't know if he's going to get back in time, but no, he just missed the mark. There was only 4 seconds on the clock by that point. He had gotten on top of it even before the tap. It was a little bit too deep. There might have been a world, but it wasn't this one. He's chilling there. Snab might have his work cut out for him a little bit. Allen, above all else, is going to be trusted. The AK-47 to do something in that direction. He does find his kill and doesn't get traded back. Snab doubles up to make up for the shortcomings, though, and Wolfie on the re-engagement later catches his pants down. Well-timed, and well-timed is that swing from Clipsera just the same, but it's still a little hopeless.
Trying to roll back with this thing on the way through. It's the scope that is going to try and be awfully patient about this. still trying to uphold the intimidation of this cave position. This is it! And he gets the spam at the end of the day. It's just Misha. You gotta be here right now. This thing is quarter ticked already, and we're still trying to make the most of this. It's an efficient post plant, that we know for sure. Fruit Cup is gonna be looking on the back lines, but yeah, maybe not for long. Look at this position here by Wolfie. You are not winning that in a million years. This is Wolfie Bennett turret tonight, and he is just sentryed in for 2 more. It's Boss that continue for 5 on their T side.
Talk about E to BP into the hands of Slight and Flow, though. That was a conversation on Train. That was Flow every day of the week. Pop off. Side of Caves. Sarah. Consistency. Reigning true. Smoke to boot and Arias by side. The both of them combine, and neither will fall. Although Misha may gave them an avenue into a bomb site to play a post. Although a man down, better than nothing, and better than the alternative. But Snab wants one more before he falls back to join.
Just manipulating this cave position and just maintaining all of this radius. He's aided this previous effort. We know that first shout, but I mean, the brace, the support he brings to the rest of the setup, it is just invaluable. But just ducking right under the scope, right under the crosshair. It's finally Flow that is going to be ending the life of Wolfie. Has been an absolute demon in middle.
Really the only way you win a retake like this. I mean, honestly, even being a man down doesn't really worry me all that much for Boss. One flashbang could be the difference between one individual duel, and that's all that it'll take for everything to spiral out of control. But seeing as the smoke is on the back of Flow, he'll walk it up, and losing the prong from the assault inside of Donut's problematic, because there was no way he could have done anything on his lonesome other than take a duel, in which now Flow will post following the bomb, but I'm not sure they're even going to be vision with the way that he drops it. There's not. If he got atop the box, there might have been, but he still timings it on a Snab, and it's Flow to get ahead of it and ahead of this game with a 3K in the round overall to take back the A site and to take back a 3rd round.
We put in a little request, you know?
Point in time, yeah. Consistent aggression by Boss, but this time, Walter Iron Club want to take that back. He's on the move with fast pace, and when Sarah gets over the top, and pulls one over, but low on HP, still just beneath, dealt with. Flow's got the A site even still to keep it 3v3 wherever they choose to go. There's a CT awaiting them in their arrival.
Slight with another. Picks him off the tree. Right into Flow. Oh, who's just a little bit shifty, and are you faster than Slight? Looking like the fastest man alive right now in this round 3 on this op. It's Arias to stand up to the call at hand. Snav, he investigates the back lines. He's about to meet up with Death in this round, and a very nice look into that scope. Snav, he's on 18 health. And Arias does have a kid on the back. Time to see right in this clutch. Fruit Cup, his worst enemy in a situation like this. Smoke right onto the bomb. And this is just going to be so difficult. Fruit Cup, he can't finish the job. Not even all the way down. And the Glock to get it. He just puts it out with a 9 mil. And Boss, they have another T-sided affair. Up headed right here towards the speed side. Slight was trying to take that opening play again, right towards Cheetah. Flow, seemingly right where he needs to be. Gets that picked off onto Snav. And that is just occupied. Oh, just right in the cave. How does Arias find a kill like that onto Fruit Cup a week ago? I'm not sure he maybe does, Tony. A big play that is already concocted right here. Slight. He is slinking out of this cave with that new cover he has just put up out of his own smoke. Here is a boost, and Clip Zera, he is just going to get Wolfie down in it. Maybe right on time with that spam, but awfully thick wood is going to be right on it. Can't get quite through. Slight just another, and they are cooking in this, and Slight has done it! They just get an 8th round like that. This is where Alter Iron Club needing to be getting and digging deep into the nitty-gritty, right? This is one that they win off of a 2 versus 4.
A thorn in the side as repeat after repeat from the same angle, given position to do it and a body to play off as Snav might fall the round. Very much so stands tall with him to thank for it. Slight massive with still carrying that off into this next round. Plays a cheese score. All turned, all blinded for a moment. Wolfie only able to get one, confirms 2 more in that direction, and clips Arrow with a whiff.
Unlock that to the pile, right? Not of whiffs, but
whiffs. Oh.
mistracked times. play that unfortunately is going to be just into the footnote of a series like this. Flow, though, right on time. And the AK primed. No flash. He's just going to take this one brass tacks. And Snav has just been awfully efficient here in this first half. His 13th. And still right here. Misha just off of his corner in coordination with Arias, but not for long. Misha has struggled here in this first half and will end it just right at Boss's finger. 9-3. And in that second half of Train, at a scoreline very similar to this, it was that second half that was started off by the Alter Iron Club in a positive fashion. Always room to improve. Why panic when you can just give it your best shot? Flip Zera is going to be getting snapped down. Early situation. Just seeing this next player out into Donut on the Lamb. I'm not sure that they're chasing him for that. Smoke goes down. A little post plant at a minimum with all 5 alive.
Smoke off Snav's body even. Thank you. Okay, Arias even looked good. Dial on them a little bit further beyond. His A main is pretty nice for Fruit Cup to try and fight through, but the angle advantage there is going to be hard to break through. Is like not anticipating that is going to be a very reasonable way of play, but even then needing to frag all the way out with only one to do away with. His talent stuck. Even just die if he'd like, but he snaps back to the head knowing that there's no room to do anything other than take the duel, and he'll take it, win it, and go into this next half with yet another pistol converted. Maybe there's overtime on the cards after all.
Trying to vet off any sort of aggression from that side of the map from Boss, which now they are going to be reinforcing. Slight just up to this early in middle, and he's clipped. Freshie back on this way. Gotta try and reinforce back into house now. And here comes this reaggression. Down the ramp. Maybe Keen, but right on time for it. Particular. And they even just get out this flash. Lord. It is going to be coming in, just wrecking them. And Fruit Cup is going to wait for the assistance. It's Misha all alone, and Boss on exquisite timing in round 15.
And Misha allowed to escape by virtue of the reload from Fruit Cup as he pins himself to the corner, but Snav doesn't want to let him go any farther than that. As he, Fruit Cup, and Wolfie are looking on. I can't even say that. They have the most kills this first, second, to third, but I will say that the entirety of Boss right now just look really, really nice on these shots that they're hitting. Just spread so very clean with the kill distribution from top to bottom, and Snav to lead the charge. What this does to Alter Iron Club, you can see what it does to their money and being able to say that they can remain competitive with Boss for the rest of this second half and the rest of this second map as they've gone knees deep into investment once more. It's the Tech 9 and a Galil utility few and far between in a scattered spread that doesn't really keep them with a whole lot of options in the way of taking space or making fakes.
Good, unbelievable scenes. What a shot. Snav, I've been seeing him hit shots like that since Fragacago 2023 when he was with Badass Gaming. Just insane playing this cave position. I guess has been for a long time, so Zera maybe won't have that much luck on the way back, but can't blame the guy for trying. We're going to answer the Fruit Cup X, though. Top of the ramp, and does he double dip? He attempts to. Flo does get the trade, but you just had to answer the Fruit Cup. Well, now Snav is up next, and so then you've just cleared this hurdle. This is how it goes. The food chain right here for Boss has got to respond. Talent in the correct position. 3 versus 3, and Alter Iron Club got to hold on to this thing with 10 fingers.
Yeah, they're still going to need to do something a little bit funny right now, Alter and Iron Club, though, to ensure the victory of this planet, because they're relatively low, and Talon being the lowest of the bunch, he's going to be isolated from Cave. That smoke to ensure it, but he'll still find his one as Wolfie walks it in. It's Wisha at the bottom side of the ramp that's got them both in full vision, though, and Freshie is low, head-to-head of the two players who have been softened up, and it's Freshie to come out on top, but he's going to do it again. He's got to drop Misha in moments when the tap onto the bomb goes to a full stick. It's one shot that'll be all that it'll take. Misha to clip the clutch in a 1 versus 2. Okay, but more importantly, have you seen the trailer for the Plankton movie?
That's the most important trailer that actually came out today, I heard.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four.
I'm saying. Plankton. Night. Oh, hold on. Pause. Shot into the smoke. Bomb planter killed. Finding the next. It's Freshie to play distraction just that little bit. Shots are continue to rain through. Primarily from Snav's 5-7. They do connect on the yet another, and he's got to read that there could be one on the back line flank. Still, Causing a little bit of trouble are these guys. Snav has not yet been
Oh,
made known of.
sees
Saw
the shadow.
Advantage gained. A gun in his hands, and he wins out onto the duel and gives them maybe a way back into this round as they don't have the kits. They're going to need to take the kills, and there goes Snav for yet another, as incited to try and get back into the debate. And there's no real time, I don't think, without the kit.
That's
Although
fast.
Fruit Cup gets it. Is it 10 seconds?
Fast on the peak. I think you should have this. Boss, right at the end of this round. They don't get it back. Misha, known to be the X factor of this team,
Dude, that's actually
steps
so
up like the
crazy.
X-Man, muscles out another round just like this, Tony. I agree. This is just cinema at this point.
Did you see that he
In
like
7
hesitated
rounds.
by like half a second to turn down? He didn't really know where the bomb was, I guess, and was gonna go looking, but it was right beneath him. And that's like the little things about this game that can just be so frustrating. Gap widens. Only for a short period, as now it begins to close once again, but deep in aggression to mid and deep with the nades to Misha, but not going to be fragged and killed yet. Not by the weapon, not by the utility, but using weaponry instead. From then onward, each and every re-engagement comes up short-handed as they look to fly over the top side of the shelf. It's a Talon double, but not enough to leave Flow with anything more than a 1v3.
This is a round that it's ended before it even got to get started for an Alter Iron side that desperately needs one to come, not from just that late round, but to breathe fresh air and the comfortability that may come alongside it.
Initializes because the flashes are going to rain over, and with the numbers and sheer that they have here at B, should be fine enough to handle, but got to make sure that your guns are in hand quick enough as well. If you get caught with a nade out, that's where these pistols can really make a sweet situation sour, because here comes Freshie up closer to Fruit Cup to the Cubby, and they're going to be playing off of one another to what I assume will be really, really solid work. Here comes that first blinded, actually frag, finished off, Freshie to hold, can't get the next, but Snav will activate to give him the room to work with, but not anymore, as the 2v2 is in. They can get this bomb planted, they can retrieve some weapons, and they can maybe get into better spots, but all above this is utility that the boss players still have, and the low HP they're playing up against. Sarah does not give a damn.
Got that out right now. In a 1v1, Slight with the kit on his back. He is right dead on with precision, and the headshot rains in at the end.
One
Slight
HP?
in the 1v2 with the dream to do. Get 12, and Boss want to put the ending details with at least 12 on. So now they can lie in the cusp. They're on match point to carry on to a quarterfinals feat, Tony, and they are steaming ahead. During my ESL Challenger League broadcast, I watched the Iron Club versus Nouns. They're a little bit bolstered on a map like Ancient. It was 13-6 right here into Slight. This is the mount that they were just fed from right at the end of that round 19. It's the first they see, but the first victim is going to be Arias. It all comes down on their side. The Alter Iron Club, they have been outclassed here in the quarterfinals. They have been just outruled. This has been Boss that through 2 maps have just looked like the better team. 2-0 right over the Iron Club's head. Boss is going to be headed to your quarterfinal.
Boss get the round of 8. Wonderfully done by the end stages to not let this one slip any further beyond, as maybe Train got out of their grasp for a moment or two here and there. They still managed that one, and here they like fire beneath them once more. And